So, news out, Sergio Perez staying at Red Bull in a move that would probably surprise most, but the most steadfast Sergio Perez fans. He is not going anywhere, at least for the rest of the year. And what was this Monday meeting that was much touted? Red Bull have decided against replacing him after the summer break. The big question is, has Red Bull now lost that Constructors' World Championship? Possibly. So Sergio Perez is going to remain Max Verstappen's Red Bull Formula One teammate after the summer break. The Mexican future was one of many topics discussed on Monday in this meeting of the team management. That's Christian Horner and Helmut Marko. But while there's been no official outcome of this team meeting, many media outlets, including Motorsport.com, understands that Horner has addressed the team's staff at its Milton Keynes factory, saying Perez will be in the car when 2024 resumes with the Dutch Grand Prix at the end of August. Now, alongside his teammate Verstappen, who's scored 7 Grand Prix victories so far, Sergio Perez has scored none. And with Red Bull's pace advantage seemingly disappearing, well, to be fair, Perez never had a pace advantage over Verstappen, but he did take some solid results at the beginning of the year. But Perez has these enduring struggles where there is a gulf of time, sometimes 6/7 of a second between him and Verstappen, where, let's be fair, half the grid, half the top, it can potentially fit in between the two. And what was another difficult Sunday for Sergio Perez in Belgium, which he started on the front row, started in second, he qualified third, started in second and ended up in 8th, which ended up being 7th thanks to George Russell's disqualification. So essentially he was last of that leading pack. Not good enough. Speaking on Sunday, Horner said, "What's frustrating is that nobody wants to see Checo struggle. Everybody wants to see him succeed because it hurts seeing him in the situation that he is in. Amen. We want to see him succeed here too. But there you go." He said nobody wants to make that decision, Horner went on to say. Obviously, you guys talk about it every day, but in the team, we want to get him going. And after another frustrating race, Perez said he was done talking about his future. He said, "I think we have too much going on in the team and a lot of things that we have to focus on, and we cannot waste any energy with all this speculation, apparently." So, even the race have kind of got an article on this questioning, saying, will Perez's form cost Red Bull a title? And how long is he safe? So, it would not be a surprise if Sergio Perez is not racing for Red Bull when the F1 season resumes at the Dutch Grand Prix, they initially said. But could the reprieve be only temporary? So, as we know, Sergio Perez confirmed safe after the summer break. But having met Red Bull Helmut Marko on Monday, team principal Christian Horner indicated that Checo is going to remain a Red Bull driver. And this information has leaked to various media, as we've just said. But what has been shared, though, is very specific, they said. As is often with Red Bull, Horner has spoken very carefully over the years around delicate moments, particularly when it comes to drivers being dropped or even being in between teams. So in addition to it not being officially confirmed and certainly not said that it will be definite for the rest of the season. Okay, that's interesting. Horner has referenced seeing Perez perform at tracks he has previously excelled. This could well mean Baku and Singapore, 2 circuits he has scored 3 of his 5 Red Bull wins on, now back-to-back due to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix moving to a later date. The final European races of the season, including Zandvoort, the first race after the summer break, and Monza, and after Singapore, there is an unusual autumn gap in the schedule. It seems that the decision was actually to delay the decision. Red Bull does not want to replace Perez. It wants him to find the form that was so strong in early 2024, when Red Bull still had this car advantage, and it seemed to be in a better working window, the article said. The fact that's changed is inferred by rivals and even hinted at by Red Bull drivers, a sign that the upgrades through the season have not really improved the car enough. The situation looked very shaky when Perez blew his chance to show how he can be a robust support to Max Verstappen in Belgium after qualifying on the front row, something we've also been talking about. But despite this, Perez has more than just been typically dismissive of this speculation. He expressed his confidence that he's going to stay in the seat in Belgium and reiterated points he'd made previously that he gets more scrutiny than other drivers for underperforming and that Red Bull has other issues to solve, saying we cannot waste any energy on all this speculation, as we already said. What I think is interesting is he said, what I don't understand, he expressed his confidence he's going to stay in the seat. I got that. But he's saying he gets more scrutiny than other drivers for underperforming. That's what I don't understand, because you are in the World Championship winning car. Red Bull are the constructors champions, and they have Max Verstappen, the drivers champion. And when someone is not performing to the level of Sergio Perez, of course he's going to get more scrutiny. To the fact he's going, people are picking on me. No. They're going to pick on you. Yes, we have to remember we're all human beings and we've got to be as nice as we can be, I guess. But this is the Piranha Club, as Eddie Jordan says in Formula One. And Red Bull has been savage in the past. See you later, Kvyat. Enter Max Verstappen. See you later, Nick de Vries. Enter Daniel Ricciardo. See you later, Alex Albon. Enter Sergio Perez, which in hindsight probably wasn't the best swap ever. Let's be fair. You start to wonder now with Alex Albon. Now he has a bit of confidence. Surely I would put the money on him doing better at Red Bull. So with Sergio Perez getting upset about all this scrutiny, I'm sorry, Sergio. You are one of the top 20 drivers in Formula One. There are 20 drivers. You are expected to perform. And dare I say, like Lance Stroll, there are many Formula 2 drivers over the last few years that could potentially be better than Sergio Perez. Even at Spa, Perez said he's not going to take any more. He's not going to take any more questions over his future. Now, let me quickly share this with you. The reason why many thought Perez is going to be going, including myself, I didn't want him to be going. I wanted him to win Belgium in a way. I wanted him to do good, at least finish on the podium, have an amazing race in Belgium, prove all the naysayers wrong, alas, it wasn't to be. So this is points in the last 8 Grand Prix. Verstappen 141, Piastri 126, 123 for Lewis Hamilton. You can see where I'm going with this. 79 for Charles Leclerc, 116 for Lando Norris, Carlos Sainz 79, George Russell 79. Oh dear, Sergio Perez 28. So if you're going to continue to question why he is at Red Bull, I completely agree with you. You are absolutely within your right to question why he is in Red Bull when he has scored 100 points less in the last 8 Grand Prix than Max Verstappen, his championship leader. Also, there are rumours that had he not been within 100 points at the summer break of Max, he could be gone. Or another rumour of 5 positions in the championship, both of which he is not, if those rumours are to be true. Though it's hard to see how this level of performance can be tolerated, the article said, given it's putting Red Bull's championship at risk. Pulling the trigger is a huge decision, even ignoring any potential commercial implications. Back Perez, and one of 2 things will happen. Red Bull will either stumble over the line, clinging on to the lead, with the odd Perez highlight just about being enough, or it will be easily overtaken and Perez will be the reason why. Now, it says alternatives aren't safe bets. Trot Perez, though, this is what I thought was interesting, and there's no guarantee of anything better. No, there's no guarantee of anything better. I agree with the race art, but I don't think they're going to be worse. I mean, you've got Liam Lawson. He's good. He was up there with Tsunoda at times. Surely, potentially a better bet than Sergio Perez, some people may argue. Now, Perez, commercially, he's really good for Red Bull. But, yeah. I mean, there we go. Someone's put in out yesterday a total vote of no confidence in the AlphaTauri V-Carb Junior team as a factory to produce drivers for the main team. What a total flop it's been. They need a better driver and think they don't have one. That's Ian Howlett commenting on the race. Matt Gallagher has come out and said, you've got to wonder what the likes of Albon and Gasly must think about Red Bull committing so heavily to Perez despite poor performances. Yeah. Someone's put, I don't think it's the same. Perez has helped Red Bull win Constructors' Champ. Yes, he has, but not recently. He might help them lose the Constructors' Championships. So, simple ad revenue. Albon and Gasly aren't backed by Carlos Slim. Maybe. Albon and Gasly never gave Red Bull what Checo has in the past. Maybe. They're not better than Perez, to be honest. No, we don't know. Checo will redeem himself for sure. We don't know. Perhaps, but Checo delivered for so long. He won races, yes, but greatly helped Max in the first world title. He sort of did, but he didn't do as good as Bottas, did he? And they lost that champion. Perez had a major role in the foot. Yet memory helps. It doesn't. You're only as good as your last race. 2021 was so long ago now, unless you're talking about, the safety car laps. But honestly, it's just so long ago. It's just no. It must be frustrating for Albon and Gasly, to see Perez strong support despite inconsistent results. It's a tough world in F1 and team decisions can be puzzling. What do you think about Red Bulls? Yeah. I mean, surely Carlos Sainz would have been better, but then now we know maybe why Carlos Sainz signed for Williams. Checo brings in a lot of money, but Red Bull does not need money. Interesting scenario. Anyway, I digress. I will leave you guys to it. Give us a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Hit that notification button if you want to see more videos. We do Formula One, rally, touring car. Probably, touring car. I'm probably do one tomorrow, late tomorrow, out Wednesday morning for the touring car. The fallout of Croft, which was a really interesting touring car meeting, talking about the European Rally Championship as well, and any more fallout that comes out of these decisions and the Belgian Grand Prix. We will speak to you soon. Thank you very much.